Hey guys, welcome back to Frequently Asked Questions with Unrested in Japan. I'm your host, Unrested. And the first question we're going to cover today is something about trash. Maybe not the most exciting question, but I have been getting questions about it. And some people have been reading online that when you come to Japan, you actually have to sort your trash quite a bit before you put it out. And that's definitely, it's true for some areas, but some places it's a little different. So I'm going to try and explain that to you a little bit. Depending on where you live, the trash separation is going to be really different. Where I live, it's only 3 different separations. We have to separate aluminum, plastic, and then burnable. We have to separate those into 3 groups. But I have had friends who live out in country areas where they've had to separate it almost to 8 different groups. And then there's only certain days that you can put certain things out. And so it's not that different from any kind of recycling program that you would have in a Western country. Instead, it's just all trash is lumped together and there's not special trash cans for them or anything like that. Also, another thing you want to realize is that when you have trash bags in Japan, they have to be, at least in the Osaka area where I live, they have to be either clear or white so that people can see in to see what's inside the bag to make sure you're not trying to put out the wrong trash, which is kind of an invasion of privacy, but that's just the way it works around here. So I hope that helped. If you have any future questions about that, I'm not always the best person to ask because, like I said, it changes with everywhere that you go, okay? So you may, move to Tokyo and ask me about trash pickup. I don't know. Sorry. My next question kind of concerns some of the videos I make, and that's one that I get a lot about. Scott, can you film your job and show us a little bit about where you work and stuff like that? Well, I would love to do that. I would love to show people where I work. I have, no problem showing stuff like that and showing what my environment is like. But the problem we're going to run into here is I'm a teacher, and I teach little kids, and you can't really be putting little kids on video and then put it on YouTube without anybody's permission. There's huge privacy laws in Japan that do not allow you to do that, and they protect the children and actually allow the school and the Board of Education or even the parents to sue you if you did something like that. So probably not the best idea. Like I said, I love my job. I would love to show you where I work and everything, but I could get myself into a lot of trouble. So for the reasons of wanting to keep my job, I'm not going to be able to show you that. So sorry for that. Sorry if you've requested that. I can't help you out there. My last question today concerns books, and a few people writing in asking if they're going to be able to buy English books when they get out here, and English reading material at the stores, at bookstores here in Japan. And that's definitely yes. You can definitely pick up English novels or study guides, and of course English to Japanese study guide books. But don't really expect a great selection as far as what the latest novel is out in English. Your selection is going to be a lot slimmer, and pretty much there's only going to be one row of books that's just English. There's an English section of the store, and it would just be as small as your photography section of a bookstore, or your how-to section of a bookstore. So you only get one aisle that's just full of English books when you go to a bookstore. So not a huge selection. You may want to just order on Amazon. It's no big deal. They deliver to Japan just as much. I have my parents send me books every once in a while. When they finish their novels out in America, I just have them send a big box of paperbacks, and that gives me tons of reading material. But yeah, don't expect a huge selection when you get here, but you will definitely be able to buy English books.